Hi everyone, Miss Silla here, Learn to Grow. I hope that you're having a great day. So today I'm going to be dividing some young leek plants that emerged from the parent plants that we leave in the ground. So leek is actually a perennial crop, even though most of us grow them as annuals. But if you leave them in the ground, over time they will multiply. If you were to leave the root system in the ground, it will be able to tolerate those winter temperatures and will regenerate when the weather warms up. So it is a little early in the season to be doing this, but as long as the ground is not frozen and the soil is workable, you can dig them up and divide them. I'm in a mild climate. I'm in the Pacific Northwest, Zone 8B. So we're fine right now and a lot of things are starting to sprout. So let's go ahead and dig them up, and I hope that you all find this video helpful, and thank you so much for joining me today, and happy gardening. So here's our leek patch, and as you can see, this is the flower stalk from the parent plant that went to seed, and these are the offsprings. So these are the young leek plants that emerged from the parent plant. So if you're growing leek and you don't allow it to flower and go to seed, you can actually cut it back to the ground level and it will still propagate and multiply, just like this one here. I see some seedlings. So these are the seeds that fell from the seed head. So we'll be getting lots of seedlings here. Going to move some of these wood chips aside, and I'm going to keep my trowel away about 4 inches from the root system so I don't damage the roots. So push down and you're going to lift up, just like that. Some more. There we go. This is the flower stalk. And here are our new plants. Let's give you a closer look here. I even see some tiny ones there on the side. But we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 new plants from that one plant. If you are starting leeks indoors, when you plant them outside, they are usually spaced out about 6 inches apart. If you are planting them in rows, the rows should be at least 12 inches apart, up to 3 feet in between each row. Now we plant ours in this small patch, so they're usually spaced out around 4 inches apart or so. And I decided to leave the tiny seedlings that are still attached to the bigger plant. So I'll separate these in the springtime. So we're going to plant these about 5 to 6 inches deep. And the reason why we plant it deep is because you want to deprive the bottom of the stalk from sunlight. So that's called blanching. So planting them deep will keep the bottom of the stalk white like that, which is how we usually like to eat our leeks. Now you can always go back later in the springtime and mound up some more soil as they grow. I usually top dress our beds with compost in the fall, so I won't be fertilizing again until spring. Backfill. Now I won't be watering because the soil is pretty moist. We get a lot of rain here in the Pacific Northwest. We'll be getting some more rain here in a couple of days. So again, planting them 6 inches deep. So I went ahead and left the middle open here for these ones that I'll be dividing in the next few weeks. Now, if you are growing leeks, leeks are heavy feeders, so make sure that the soil is fertile. If you have a new garden bed, make sure to amend it with at least 4 inches of organic compost. You can also add some worm castings in there. That crow is so loud. Last 2 things, make sure that the soil drains well so they don't rot. And like most vegetable crops, leeks thrive best and slightly acidic to neutral soil with a pH of 6 to 7. I hope that you all found this helpful, and let me know if you are growing leeks as well, and make sure to check out the leek varieties in the description box of this video. There are some cold hardy ones in there. Have a great day and happy gardening.